Okay, so today we're gonna see a strange loop at Playwrights Horizons. I'm power walking like a motherfucker. I'm very excited, I'm very hot and sweaty. This time I actually know a lot about this musical because I was at the master class. I'm excited to see how these really complicated ideas play out. Oh my god, I gotta power walk more powerfully. I'm so done. One of the best musicals I've ever seen in my life. I want to find a quieter place to talk about it, but this was absolutely incredible. I don't know why, but there very randomly are fireworks being lit. Is it something today? Looks pretty cool though. Am I alone on this roof? I hope so. A strange loop. First of all, I want to applaud the fearlessness in every aspect of the show, from the writing to the acting. I can't imagine what it must be like to make something that is so incredibly intimate, so daring, so personal, so honest. I am in awe. Just masterful. I swear to God, I think this is one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. I've seen so many musicals and I'm kind of like getting a little tired of the formula. When you know too much about anything, it gets a little hard to enjoy it at all. I'm sure that any chef is going to have a hard time going to a restaurant and just eat the food without thinking about it, because that's what you do. That is your craft. Jesus Christ. This show made me plunge into a world inside of someone's head that from a logical standpoint is so far away from me. They say specificity is an art. The more specific you are in whatever you write, the more you make any experience really personal, the more people it will reach and touch, instead of trying to generalize, which will make it maybe a little bland or vague. And I think this show is a perfect example of that. This is a story that only Michael R. Jackson could have told, and he did it in such a beautiful way. And I know from the masterclass that he spent a long time working on this. It worked out perfectly. I know that the show is a story that people need to hear, and I know that we need to get out of this goddamn bubble. We need to tell stories that are more daring, more diverse. This is what we have to go for so that we can grow as people. I learned so much watching the show, you have no idea. The exaggerations work perfectly and the naturalistic parts of the show work perfectly. It's so balanced. This versatility that every one of these actors has, it's masterful. It's masterful acting. I am in awe of every single one of them. Michael R. Jackson is not afraid to be critical of this industry. I swear to God, I couldn't have said anything in this show better myself. I'm happy someone said it. This guy is so brave because he never backs down. I myself sometimes read the things I'm writing and I'm like, ooh, but will producers like this? Or maybe I'm being a little too X or Y or Z, it doesn't matter. But this guy wrote exactly what he wanted to say and he never backed down, and this got made and it's incredible. And this is something I am never going to forget, to just write the truth and not censor yourself. The truthfulness in this show is what makes it so good, and that is something I cannot forget, ever. I have nothing to do with this character. But this theme of struggling with your identity, who are you, how do others perceive you, anyone who has ever thought about bettering themselves and seeing who they are and trying to become someone greater than that is going to think this show is exceptional. It was a perfect balance between being smart, being funny, being touching, being existential, being rough and intense and depressing, and being extremely optimistic and hopeful and joyful. The lead in this musical is one of the so fearless, again that word, fearless, so honest, so incredibly vulnerable. I am just, this is what I want to do. These kinds of things are the things that make me feel like this is what I fucking want. This is the theater. This is the theater, being able to tell these kinds of stories in this kind of way. What power, what beauty. That's what I wrote. This is what musical theater writing should be. I don't know how to express my gratitude almost for going the distance with this show. A Strange Loop, probably the best musical I've seen here so far, in a pretty small theater with not a super impressive set, with simple costumes. Oh my god. Broadway is not about Broadway. Thank you. Just thank you. Goodbye, everybody.